Hello guys, welcome back to Simulated Heaven. As you can see, I'm doing a run in Euro Truck Simulator 2, going from Birmingham over to Sheffield. This was quite a short run, and also I haven't played this game. I hadn't played this game for a good, I don't know, 3 months or so at least. So I was very out of practice, so please can you bear that in mind when you're watching this video. This first bit is kind of hilarious actually, because I can't even remember in this yard where to pick up the trailer, so I totally drive past the trailer. I have to reverse. Yeah, and also there's something weird, I think, because I haven't played the game for a while. I had a load of mods that I used before, but it seems like there's some of the mod like this. For some reason, at some points in the video, I can see a weird reflection on the windscreen. Kind of like the way it looks is kind of funny, like almost like a haziness. I don't know. So I think that might be a problem with the mod. So I think what I'm going to do after this video is I'm going to actually clear out my mod folder, and I'm going to completely start again, because I'm sure that some of the mods I'm using are not very compatible. And I was trying to remember the button for the lights here, and I kept pressing all the wrong buttons. I'm like trying all the buttons on my wheel. I end up accidentally going into here, which is kind of funny. Yeah. And then eventually I work it out. So yeah, and then I completely miss the exit to where I'm supposed to be exiting this this yard, and then I suddenly realise, and I'm like, where am I going? So I have to do a U-turn in a massive truck. And also, another thing I didn't realise was the wheels of my truck are damaged, that's why they're red. And I didn't realise until I was halfway through the journey, so I'm not sure if my truck was going a bit slow because of the red wheels. And also, it's raining again in Hong Kong, so if you can hear in the background some crazy noises, that is the aircon hitting the aircon. That is the rain hitting my aircon. So sorry if that's annoying. I can't really do anything about it. It's been raining a lot in Hong Kong the past few weeks or so. Anyway, the whole reason that I wanted to do a video on Euro Truck Simulator 2 is because they have recently announced World of Trucks. Now, I've always talked about Euro Truck Simulator. The first one I played was UK Truck Simulator, and then I've always talked about in these games, wouldn't it be amazing if you had some kind of a multiplayer in this game? Wouldn't that be amazing? And everyone's always like, yeah, that would be so amazing. And guess what? They've just announced World of Trucks, which is essentially a free add-on to Euro Truck Simulator 2, which will add some kind of a multiplayer. They don't really explain exactly what it is, what it's going to be exactly. I mean, I'm actually having a look at the SCS blog right now, and it says, today we would like to present you with a microscopic glimpse into what we hinted earlier, our long-standing devotion to Euro Truck Simulator 2 evolution. World of Truck's ultimate goal is creating an environment where you, our community, can meet, interact and compete with each other in the expansive trucking world. Shortly after the next patch, we intend to release yet another game update, which is currently in deep testing. This update will enable some new features in the game, slightly extending its functionality. This is only a very early stage of a whole new beginning. We'd go as far as calling it an early alpha of World of Trucks. Please bear with us. Keep your expectations modest, but positively stretched for a very long journey into the World of Trucks. Now that sounds amazing. Now, so it's basically saying that they're gonna have this World of Trucks thing, or they're going to start gradually adding the multiplayer into the game. The weird reflection I was talking about, you can see right now on the right hand side window, it looks almost purple. It's very strange. I'm sure it's a problem with a mod. Anyway, so yeah, it seems like they're going to be slowly adding the multiplayer functionality into the game. So maybe when it's first out it won't be that great, but you know, it seems like the goal in the end is that they have a fully functioning multiplayer included in this game. And wouldn't that be amazing if when I'm driving along the roads in this game, if the other trucks that you see are actually driven by real people? I mean, I'm hoping eventually that you could have a server that you set up with you and your friends, with all your trucking companies. I suppose you could all work for the same one. It would be amazing. So I'm really hoping that in the end it's gonna be a fully fledged multiplayer experience, and that will add so much to this game. I'm really happy that Euro Truck Simulator 2 seems to have been very, very successful for SCS Software. They basically invested a lot of money and time into this game, hoping that it would be very successful. And well, in fact, they actually bet their entire company on this game. They spent a lot of money on this game, much more than they usually would, because they wanted this game to be as amazing as it could be, hoping that it will, you know, that it will be very successful and it will be a really good like platform for them to build off in the future. And that's exactly what has happened. Euro Truck Simulator 2 has really taken off. I mean, it's been selling a lot on Steam. A lot of people that in the past were like, why would I play a trucking game? They have gotten into this game and they've actually realised how fun a truck game can be. And the graphics in this game are absolutely amazing. I mean, if you were to compare the graphics in this game to the first game, they really did work on the graphics a lot. And I think that's another big reason why this game was very successful, because a lot of people, yes, they enjoy, or the idea of driving around in a truck is one that I think a lot of people, even if they don't realise it first, but eventually they will realise, oh, there's a lot of people that enjoy that. But also I think it helps that the graphics are so immersive, that they're very, very good graphics. Obviously not Crysis style, but for this kind of a simulator game they've got really good graphics. So I'm just very happy that they were able to pull this off. I mean, and now that I know World of Trucks is coming out eventually, you know, this has really spurred me on to play this game more. I mean, if I'm honest, I played the first one, UK Truck Sim, for many more hours than I have this game. I played UK for, I would probably estimate like 100 hours. This game I'd say only about 20-30 hours. But of course, now that the World of Trucks update is on the horizon, that's going to really give me impetus to want to play the game more again. So yeah, it's I think it's a really good development, you know, for the game. And you know, I wish them the best of luck. And if you haven't tried this game yet, Euro Truck Simulator 2, I would highly recommend that you have a look into it. You know, I think they usually have a demo. What usually happens with SCS Software, certainly with trucking games, they usually allow you to try out the game in like a demo. So I think you can drive around for like a fixed amount of time. I could be wrong, but I'm sure that that is what they did with the first one. So yeah, if any of you guys have not tried out this game, I would highly recommend that you look into it and have a go with the demo, because it is a very good game. Now, as you can see, I'm now getting relatively close to Sheffield, the destination. My truck was kind of slow. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I didn't realise that my wheels are red and they need repairing. So I'm not sure if my truck was even slower than it ought to be. But anyway, and you know, I am quite out of practice with this game, but I do intend to start playing this game more again. And I think it's stopped raining now, so I should turn off my windscreen wipers. So it says we've got, what, 41 miles, is that? 40 miles is left to get to the destination, which sounds like a lot, but it's not realistic. The amount of time it takes in this game is not realistic. It's not actually going to take a proper 38 miles for me to get there. So I'm pretty sure another five minutes or so, and we should be there. Oh, there's a bit of traffic up here. I'm not sure what that car was doing. I have no idea where that car was going. And then of course I'm really impatient with this truck, want to overtake it. I find that this is part of the fun of this game. When you're driving on these little country roads, I like to have a go at overtaking people. Kind of adds to the fun factor. Of course in real life you would not drive like a crazy person in real life, but hey, it's only a game, and I certainly enjoy that. But it seems like I'm going to be stuck behind his truck for a long time, and it seems like he's faster when we get on hills, because like I said, I'm not sure if my my wheels that need repairing, I'm not sure if they're slowing me down or something. I suppose I have a trailer on the back. He doesn't have a trailer on the back. I think that's another thing that they did really well in this version of the game. They actually made it so that the performance of the trucks is a bit more realistic. When I used to play UK Truck Simulator, I think the way the truck would accelerate and the speed it would be able to go, I think it was quite unrealistic, but now they seem to have made it quite a lot more realistic, which is good. But of course there are mods out there if you want to increase the performance of your truck. I think there's a mod where you have a top speed of like over 100 miles per hour or something crazy. So if you do want to be able to go unrealistic speeds, then you will be able to find a mod for that. In fact, that's another great thing about this game. There are lots of mods out there, so many mods. You can basically find a mod for anything in this game. Like, I think already there must be thousands and thousands of mods for this game. And well, in a way then it kind of makes it so you have to be very careful, because quite often if you have loads of mods, the mods will start to clash with each other and they'll start to affect the performance. I find actually in this game seems to be able to handle the mods much more efficiently than the first game. In UK Truck Sim, if you had a lot of mods, it would really affect the performance of the game. But I find in this game it's not as bad, you know. In fact, I can have quite a few mods in this game and it won't affect it quite as badly. So that's, yeah, I mean, that really does enhance this game, you know. This game is enhanced a lot by the many mods that you can add, you know. It adds a completely new level into the game, and I'm even now I was thinking, in fact I think I try to do a bit of a crazy move. Do I think that was later actually. Yeah, I had a really smart idea to try to overtake this guy, I think, in a minute. It didn't end very well, let's put it that way. and in the end my impatience didn't help. Yeah, so I thought, oh, I'll just drive on the wrong side of the road to overtake these guys, and then as soon as I start going there I see a car and I'm like, oh dear. So then I have to reverse, and then by the time I get back on the right side of the road, all of the other vehicles have already gone, so I'm actually slower than I would have been if I just waited. So you know what they say, patience is a virtue, certainly. So now we're actually in Sheffield. I'm going to try to go and find, whoopsie, that was not very good driving, was it? I'm going to find the place, the depot where I have to drop off this trailer. And one of the things I enjoy in this game, and it sounds like a bit of a silly thing for me to say, but I really enjoy the reversing of the trailer. And actually in this game they have an option, so if you want you can actually skip that part of the game. And I'm like, that's a major part of the game. Why would you want to skip the actual parking of the trailer? Like the reversing is such an important skill, and it, you know, at first it's quite hard, but once you get used to it, it's really rewarding, you know, when you learn how to reverse a truck. And actually I was slightly worried about this one, because I haven't played this game for a fair amount of time, and I thought, I wondered how I was going to be able to do with the reversing. But I think I did a pretty okay job. So it looks like I'm going to the DHL depot here. And I always have this habit, every time I pull into a depot, I always go on the very far right hand side, and then I kind of swing around. I was slightly affected here because there's like some kind of a crane thing there, so I did have to be careful, but I always like swing all of the way around. I got very close to this container, and then yeah, I always drive up to where the trailer needs to be parked, and then I do a sharp left-hand turn, which usually will line me up relatively well with the parking space. And as you will see, I think I did a pretty good job of this reversing, considering I haven't played this game for a while. I always like to do the reversing in this camera angle, so it's actually realistic. I don't like to go into the outside camera angles, you know. I'd rather do it realistically if I can. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. I know I've kind of waffled on a little bit, but the aim of this video was to really talk about World of Trucks. It sounds awesome. I hope it's as good as it sounds. Of course, I will update you guys if I find out any more information. So thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.